Gaming discourse is a mess right now, and every game comes with a war attached to it. This one's overrated, this one's slop. Reviews don't matter, but every time IGN gives something a 10, we riot. Reviews don't matter, but if IGN gives it a 7, we riot. But is anybody actually playing the games, or are they just mad about them? Everything has to become a debate or a fight over what gaming should be or shouldn't be. And honestly, some of the takes people have are absolutely insane. So I decided to bring back the hot take series. And this time I sat down with Jimmy Champane from deckready, the #1 source for news about the Steam Deck, Steam Frame, and Steam Machine. I gathered a bunch of hot gaming takes and had Jimmy decide on one simple thing: good take or bad take. I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe if you do. It would really help out my channel. Insomniac are wasted on superhero games.
Ooh, I kind of agree, honestly. I think that's a good take. I mean, like, I like the superhero games. I liked Spider-Man 2018 a lot. I was like kind of middle of the road on Spider-Man 2. I'm excited for Wolverine. So like nothing against those games, but I'm just kind of sick of superheroes right now, honestly. Like after Endgame, it just like turned off in my head.
Yep.
So like you see these amazing games they're making, and you look back. Like I played all 3 Resistances back in the day, and Ratchet and Clank. Obviously, I'm like middle of the road on Ratchet and Clank. Like I liked a few of them, but I didn't like love most of them. But yeah, I really liked when they were making first-person shooters. So maybe we could get like a Punisher game from them or something, and I
Ooh.
totally changed my tune. But it's not so much that they're better served. It's just that like me personally, I'm sick of the superhero games. Like I like their Marvel universe, but it's just not for me right now.
I agree with you on that. It does seem like with Endgame, it was almost like the wrap up of things, and now to just like keep dragging it on, it's like it feels like it should have went away for a bit and then came back so everybody would be excited. But now we're like sitting through junk almost, waiting for the
Yeah.
good stuff to come back.
I'm out. Like I didn't
Yeah, I'm
see
out.
Thunderbolts. The last one I saw was Doctor Strange, because like, you know, I gotta support Sam Raimi. Yeah, I'm just kind of out. But it's like it's kind of unfair, I guess, because you know they are building their own little universe, so it's different. But it's still Marvel, right? Like Lego Batman, I'm playing that right now, and that's doing a good job weaving all the movies together because there's so many different eras of Batman. So like I'm enjoying that, but then I'm shitting on Insomniac right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think my biggest problem with all this stuff is how long these games take to make. Like, you know,
That's very
Spider-Man
true.
2 took what, like 4 or 5 years, and it uses largely the same map. It reuses a lot of stuff from Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's like you'd think like using the same New York City map and just touching it up and adding on to it would reduce the development time. And if it did, that's the clear problem. Like how long these games are taking to make. And then you look back, they pumped out 3 Resistance games and a couple Ratchet and Clanks in the
Yeah.
entire PS3 generation.
Yeah, it's true. It makes me just think of like, they do have expertise and they are a great studio and they know how to make a great game. So just get a smaller team to do the Marvel stuff and get the main team or something to do your cool ideas, it feels like.
Right.
Yeah,
Because like what happens if Wolverine bombs, right? Like they're
yeah,
done.
then what? Yeah, either they're cut or we wait 10 years for the next game
Yeah.
because, yeah.
Like Naughty Dog right now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, don't even get me started on
Yeah,
that,
right.
dude.
So,
Crazy. Horror games are scarier than horror movies.
ooh. Yeah. Again, I'm like middle of the road, I guess, because there are some like really scary horror movies. Like this happened to me for the first time this weekend. A horror movie gave me a nightmare. And I
Really?
won't get yeah, I saw Obsession. And it was
Okay.
really good. And there's like a few jump scares in it that, you know, I'm like totally susceptible to jump scares, and I'm not like a jump scare hater. I'm like, oh, it like like woke me back up, especially when I'm like engrossed in the movie. Like effective jump scares are good. You can't just
Mhm.
overuse them. But there's a part where the main character, like right at the beginning, so it's not a spoiler, his pet dies, and I had a nightmare about that night. So a horror movie gave me a nightmare. But
Wow.
then, you know, you play a game like Resident Evil 7, and that game is scary. Like it has
Scary.
very similar scary like horror movie moments, but I think they both have the same issue, not necessarily issue, but same quality, where they're only scary the first time, right? Like once you
True.
beat a horror game and go through it again, like Alien Isolation's not scary in subsequent run throughs.
Mhm.
Like all the scare moments, you know when they're coming. So yeah, I guess like some horror games are scarier than some horror movies, and some horror movies are scarier than some horror games. But I don't know, if you get locked in with headphones,
Yeah, in the
you could
dark,
get scared.
you're in
Yeah.
it. It just, to me, it's like, because when you're playing a horror game, you just feel like you're, especially like you said, when you're locked in, it's like the world disappears around you, so you're
Yeah.
in it. And with like a movie, I feel like there's even in a theater, whatever. Like, yeah, you're locked in it, but then a phone goes on, and now that's a distraction, or
Right.
somebody's going in and out because they gotta pee or something. It's like, well, that's
Oh
so
my
it
God,
doesn't
dude.
feel as you're laser focused.
I drive over an hour away to go to a theater that's like way out in the boonies, so
Just
I
so it'll
don't
be
have to
empty.
deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like even if they're a little full, the people out there are like a little bit more respectful
Mm.
than
It's
here.
just a
But
better
yeah,
experience.
yeah, I agree. I love horror games. I played this one called The Convenience Store. It's like $2. I think it's
Mm.
Japanese, and it's just like a low poly game where you're working at a convenience store that's like haunted, like these ghosts and like monsters keep showing up, and that one was really scary. And then I played this game called Pools that really creeped me out. So yeah, I guess I have more experiences with horror games that I can genuinely say were scary than movies, because like movies, nothing really scares me anymore.
No.
Like
Yeah.
Obsession stood out as like, whoa, that freaked me out a little bit.
Especially having a nightmare from it. That's big.
Yeah.
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 That doesn't happen
So I
all the
guess
time.
this is it's timing. It's
Yeah.
timing that really answered the question.
That's fair. What about VR horror?
Oh, VR horror is awesome. Metro, what's the Metro one called?
Oh
Metro
yeah, not last
Exodus or no,
no.
Awakening or something? I
Something,
don't know.
yeah, something.
I played through that on my Oculus Quest 3, and
Mm.
that was suitably creepy. And then I was positive that Aliens Rogue Incursion would be scary after Alien Isolation, and it's just not. It's like it's like Aliens. It's not like Alien. So
Mm-hmm.
when you get a good scary VR game, they are scary. But the scariest thing I've ever had happen to me while I'm playing a game is I was on Discord with one of my buddies, and he has this like soundboard, and he has a sound effect on there that's like the best audio I've ever heard that makes it sound like someone's knocking on the wall behind you.
Oh, I've seen
And
videos
he
of that.
got us
Yeah.
with it so bad. That was scary as hell.
That's probably terrifying, yeah. An
Yeah.
unexpected like right
Yeah.
coming from a side.
I don't
You're
know
like,
what
the
to
hell
do
is
with
that?
like I have decent headphones, I guess, like when I play, but it was so clear and it's like sound mapped correctly to make it sound like it's like right behind you. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that
no.
creeped me out.
That's real horror right there.
Yeah.
Pirating retro games is okay.
I agree. I'm a hard agree on this one because like you have no way to play PS3 games, for example, unless you still have a PS3, and they're all dying now. Like the Blu-ray lasers are going out or they're getting the yellow light of death. So if there's games that I still own, right? Like I still own all of my PS3 discs for the most part. I have no problem just, either ripping it or finding a sketchy site to download like Dante's Inferno, right? Like that's not on PC. But with the Steam Deck and the Steam Machine and like my PC, like if a game like Devil May Cry 3, for example, that's in the HD collection on Steam, I'll just buy it for the convenience of Steam. But if there's like literally no other way, it's like you're not giving me an option here. So that doesn't bug me.
A lot of people are really against it because they're like, that's dollars they could have got. But if you're buying it used, they're not getting any dollars anyway.
Yeah, right.
So
Like GameStop would.
And you want to give $800 to GameStop for like an N64 game, or do you want to get it for free in 2 seconds? It's like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Like,
I get pushback from the deck ready audience a little bit on not pirating Switch games because people love playing them on their Steam Deck, and I'm like, I have a Switch too. Like I'll just play them there. I don't know. Like I don't like have this. I don't have a fire in my heart for it. Like we got to take these games back from the corporations. It's more out of desperation. Honestly,
exactly.
Like, there's so many PS3 games that are just locked away. Or
Which
like Ace Combat 4. I just played that on the Steam Deck. Like I don't want to play it on a PS2 and like an old TV. I want to play it on my Steam Deck. So
Steam Deck is honestly like the best emulation device. Really,
it's so good.
So
with
good.
Emu Deck. Oh my God,
so good.
Simple.
Yeah, it really is. Everything just basically is seamless with it. So it's like, why not?
Yeah, like there's hardliners both ways. There's people who like on Twitter I see all the time. Like people follow this one account and get really excited when he cracks a game that's not even out yet, and I'm like, that feels so scummy, dude.
That's
Exactly. Like, if you really want to play the new game that bad, you should just buy it. Like I'm like that on that. But then with the PS3 specifically, Sony's just adamant about not doing classics, which is crazy because there's Linux on PS5 now, and the first thing people did was boot up our PCS3, and it runs great. it runs awesome. Like
Yeah.
all any PS3 game you throw at it. So like Sony's just choosing not to do it. So
It's free money for
yeah.
them to just put it out.
Yeah.
So
I would buy them.
exactly.
I would like on the PS5
Yep.
Pro, like playing, I don't know, Infamous 1 and 2, a little bit of upscaling, just get it up to like
Yep.
1080p. We're
Smooth out
great.
those frames a little bit, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's
but
really
they
that
won't do
simple.
it.
Nope.
So I'll play it on my handheld.
There hasn't been real innovation in first-person shooters since Doom Eternal.
Since Doom Eternal.
Or maybe even Doom 2016.
Yeah. Ah, man. I play a lot of first-person shooters, and man, I think I have to agree because so much of it right now is nostalgia based, right? Like Warhammer 40K bolt gun. It's like, yeah, it's awesome, but it's throwing back to the original Doom. And then, you've got like Trepang 2, which is just, they're not making fear, but we're gonna make an indie fear. Like there's a lot of that going on. And you see so many of those games now. Like so many games are like trying to be like Cruelty Squad or, boomer shooters and blah, blah, blah. But then you play like that trilogy Doom. They're all different, right? Like Doom 2016 really pushed things forward with the glory kills, I think. And then Eternal had the whole like light souls like mechanics with the Marauder, which I was like the one person who really enjoyed fighting the Marauders. I don't know. And like,
the music was awesome during that, but the rest of it kind of fucking sucked.
They're hard, but
They're hard,
once you
yeah.
figure out like moving the mouse wheel, it was like when I locked in, I was like, yeah. And then you fight two of them, and I was like, yeah. And then Doom: The Dark Ages kind of pushes it farther a little bit. So it's kind of like id is relentlessly iterating on the freaking first person shooter. And I think you're right that no one else really is. I mean, Arcane was kind of doing it with Deathloop.
But yeah, but Deathloop 2, it's like is it the first person shooter aspect that is advancing things with Deathloop, or was it just like the rest of the game? Like
probably the rest of it.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Because it almost feels like the shooting was secondary in that game.
Yeah, do you have any truly innovative first-person shooters you can think of?
I mean, Half-Life 2 is probably the last one, really. Yeah, like because I mean, like,
and then everything is like spun off of that for a long time.
Because what's the biggest new thing that they added? Sprint. Like, okay, and it's like a grapple hook.
The grappling hook was huge.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, but even if you go way back to like Tribes, it's like they were doing crazy stuff back then.
Were cooking.
And then it's like,
did you play Tribes Ascend?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like the one free to play game. I was so hooked on it in college.
That was a good time. But that's what I mean. Like, now look at that. Now what?
You got CS2, you got Valorant, which are essentially the same thing.
Yeah.
You got Marvel Rivals and Overwatch. Like I guess you could say Overwatch is innovative, but that was more the.
That's true.
That's pretty innovative.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it is Overwatch, the last real big, because there wasn't really hero shooters before that. There was hero, like League.
And when you play a game like Arc Raiders, right? When you explain it to your friend, you're like, oh, it's like the Division mixed with Tarkov. You can immediately come up with two games that it's just like, or like Marathon. It's like Destiny mixed with Tarkov.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I'd love to see more innovation, but I feel like the reason they don't do it is because they kind of get punished for it, right? Like when they go outside of what people are expecting, you have a undersale game like Doom: The Dark Ages, right? Like they slowed it down. They made it very heavy and clunky compared to the last two games. They had a lot of parry mechanics and stuff, and it undersold. So like maybe that the players are discouraging the developers from really trying new things. Or
I mean,
maybe it's like horror movies. It's just cheaper to make them derivative of
exactly. Yeah, exactly what we know works already.
Yeah.
Well, because even like Splitgate, it's like they tried to do something innovative by kind of combining Halo with Portal, and then the people who played it were like, I don't even use the portals. Like, well, that's kind of yeah. It's like that's kind of the game.
Once the novelty wears off, you're like, oh, the core shooting isn't really that great.
Yeah, it's just Halo, but not as good. So
yeah, a lot of desync in that game.
Oh yeah, bad. A lot of potential, but
yeah.
Yeah. Nostalgia is carrying the gaming industry right now.
On the one hand, yeah, depending on the developer, yeah, definitely. Like you kind of know what you're getting out of everything at this point, right? Like 007 First Light comes out today. I'm really excited for it. Two things I'm hearing is like, oh, it's Uncharted mixed with Hitman, but you're James Bond. It's like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm getting out of that. And then like I mentioned earlier, so many of these boomer shooters are just like very similar feel with a different coat of paint. Like you can link them back to an innovative shooter, like, Sulaco, Fear, or like Warhammer 40K bolt gun to Doom. So it's like, yeah, I think you're spot on with that.
Even like Space Marine did very well, but it's like Space Marine is just gears.
Yeah.
So
it's gears with parry mechanics.
Yeah, at some point we kind of stopped doing a lot of but even the games that do try to do interesting things, like Alan Wake 2, I thought did a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
more on the story side, but then it's like the game doesn't sell, so nobody
Yeah.
cares.
They keep talking about that. They're like, it should have sold better, and everyone's like, you released it exclusively on the Epic Game Store on PC. They're like, man, we don't know. We don't know why no one bought it on PC. It's crazy. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's why.
yeah, the one reason why. Even today, some interview came out.
I just read that.
Yeah, and the CEO's like, the show will help. It's like, no, dude, Steam will help, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Like freaking CI Games, the Sniper Ghost Warrior people were able to get out of their deal with Epic. Like if
yeah,
they could do it, I'm positive Remedy can.
it doesn't
I
make any
know it.
sense. How could
Yeah.
they? Can you not just buy yourselves out from that aspect, or like? And also, doesn't Epic? Hey, man, we'll get more sales and you'll make more money overall. A win
Yeah.
for
And
everybody.
I was under the impression that Control sold pretty well because they like re-released it so many times,
That's
right?
true
Like you
too.
had the original version, you had the Ultimate Edition, you
Mhm.
had the ray tracing version on PS5, you have the Ultimate Edition on Steam. They like heavily marketed it with the Steam Deck, and like I played it when it came out, and I went back to it. I really enjoyed it, but I guess it like underperformed for them somehow. And like people love that game.
People love that game. Really love it. Which is why, if you just made Alan Wake 2 available to more people, they would probably love it too.
Yeah, I definitely have that feeling lately where it's like I've kind of played it all, and then one game shakes me out of it like randomly when I'm playing it, or I'll go back to old stuff. Right? It's kind of spinning wheels right now a little bit, especially with so many games using Unreal Engine 5, and flipping on Nanite, flipping on Lumen,
Hmm.
using the metahumans. Like you get that sameness feel with the characters, and then the worlds like have a very distinct Unreal Engine 5 look. Like even when it's a remake, like Metal Gear Solid Delta, you're like, oh, that's an Unreal Engine 5 game right there.
Yeah, yeah. The environments are so something about like the dirt textures or I don't know. It always feels like you can just tell based on the environment for some reason. It
Yeah.
really stands out.
You
Great
see it in
game.
movies
But
too,
yeah,
right?
it's true. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they use that
That
volume
panel
screens
wall,
to
right? Yeah,
clone,
whatever. Yeah.
and it's like, well, we made this Unreal Engine 5 background in 10 minutes. It's like,
Yeah, no, we could tell. Yeah,
yeah.
trust us. Yeah. Resident Evil 4 changed the future of Resident Evil and not in a good way.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, this is good because I kind of feel this way because I came into the
Really?
series with 4. Well, for a
Okay.
little bit, and then it kind of recovers, right? Like so
Mhm.
4, my all-time favorite game. Like 100% my all-time favorite game. Love
Original
the
or the
remake.
remake?
Both. They're
Okay.
like tied. I think
Okay.
they're both perfect. I love them both. And then 5 was really fun with a buddy, but I've played that game solo a few times and it's a mess.
Mhm.
And I like daytime horror doesn't really work for me. It's more like a Black Hawk Down simulator than it is like a horror game at certain points. And
Especially
then
like
6,
the entire intro, yeah.
yeah, so then, like they get to the action with 4, they add the co-op with 5, and then they like try to make the perfect version of both types of game with 6 and just totally shit the bed. And like there's so much revisionism right now with 6 that like it got me to go back and complete it all 4 campaigns. And it's fine. It has major issues like the asset reuse. Some campaigns feel like really handcrafted. Like Leon's feels like a complete game. Then you're running
Mhm.
through Chris's and it feels like the first Resident Evil Revelations where the ammo economy is just like horrendous. There's a lot of hallways with reused assets. So like, yeah, the Resident Evil 4 kind of put them on a path where they got overconfident, right? Like if you go back to when they were releasing 6, they were like trying to say that, oh, this one's for the Call of Duty fans, dude. Like the Call of
Crazy.
Duty fans are gonna love 6, and then they got humbled. So
Good though.
yeah,
That was a good
yeah.
that they did.
Then 7 kind of recovered for me. Like my
Yeah.
second favorite Resident Evil is definitely 7. So
I love
yeah.
7. It's strange that a lot of people also, even like with the remakes and stuff too, where they're like, it doesn't capture the Resident Evil feel because it leans too. I know. Exactly, dude.
Shut up.
Exactly, dude.
And then we're going through with the movie right now, which like looks awesome. Like I saw a clip from
Did you read the
the movie
script?
where no, I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I got into trouble with that when I was covering. Not I didn't get into trouble, but like I had the Halloween Kills script
Oh,
before Halloween 2018 released, and like I read enough of it to know it was real, and that kind of like soured my experience when I
mm.
finally saw the movie. So like I'm just gonna stay away from it. But like yeah, people were spoiling it in my Twitter a little bit, and
Oh,
like you can
sucks.
kind of tell what it is just from the premise. Like if
Mhm.
you know the premise, you kind of know the beats of the movie because like we've seen everything. But
Yeah.
what I'm like in action, what I've seen from it looks very like good. Like when he's talking when Zach Kreger's talking about how he'd be terrible if he got dropped into Resident Evil, and then it cut to that clip of Austin Abrams like trying to shoot the lock, and he's like centering the guy, he's like aiming for like 10 seconds, and then he misses. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we've all had that happen.
Yeah. Yeah, the feel is cool, and the visually it looks cool. The trailer was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good, but even that too, people are like, but it's not Resident Evil. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
shut up. Like, there's so
And
many
then
people
now-
are just too
Yeah, people are like crazy about it, and they're
Yeah.
comparing it to Welcome to Raccoon City, being like, maybe we were too hard on this. It's like, no, you weren't.
Yeah,
You weren't too
no.
hard on Welcome to Raccoon City, guys. It's okay. It's not very good.
Everything seems to just have like big time, like how you're saying, like revisionism lately, where it's like everything that sucked 2 years ago, suddenly everybody is like, no, dude, you just didn't understand. It was actually the best. It's like, no, it was not. It was not the best. For most things, it was not the best, actually. Fast travel in games is bad.
Like, when I think about it, I want to agree, but in practice, I abuse fast travel. Like at a certain point, you know, like, when you start a new open world game, there's that moment where you're like, I'm never gonna fast travel. This world is so fun to explore. And then like by hour 3, you're like, oh man, I got fast travel. I'm gonna use that like crazy. Like, so like in theory, I'm like, yeah, I want to experience the world, right? Like I want to live in it. I want to walk from point A to point B. And then I'm like, man, I'm playing Lego Batman right now, but James Bond just came out. I'm gonna start using fast travel to get through the game quicker, you know, because I want to play new stuff. So I'm glad it's there, because when I don't want to use it, I don't feel like I have to. But then when I want to use it, I want it there.
Yeah, it's good to fall back on, but I think it to me, it depends on really what it is. Like in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, for maybe 3/4 of that game, I just walked and rode my horse, because it was like there was always something cool that could potentially happen, and just it was a really nice crafted world. And like same with Red Dead or whatever. But then, like for example, like World of Warcraft, they give you a flying mount, and then it's like, well, the entire map doesn't matter anymore.
Oh yeah, because you're just above it.
You're just above it. So it's like, who cares about level design? Who cares about world design? Bye bye.
I use it a lot in Diablo 4. I know for a
that
fact.
that you got to.
Yeah.
Like some games you got to.
I like how it's set up in Lego Batman, because the Gotham map is set up into islands. So like if you get an objective that's across the island, it's going to take you like a minute to drive there in the Batmobile. That's great. But then when there's one where it wants you to go like 3 islands away, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fast travel.
Yeah, fast travel, yeah.
I don't need to drive. I'm trying to think of one where I don't use it, but you mentioned a good one with Kingdom Come. I played the first one on my Steam Deck. I never use fast travel. And then in Red Dead, the first time I played Red Dead 2, I skipped that menu where it was like, yeah, you can use the stagecoach. Blah, blah, blah. I never knew it was there, and I never missed it. So like maybe if I don't know it's there, I'm like, I wouldn't use it. I also never used it in Spider-Man. I knew it was there in Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. Never used it once.
Because it's just so fun swinging around. The best part of the game, 100%, is just swinging around.
Yeah, you just like zone in.
Yeah.
I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah. JRPGs are vastly superior to Western RPGs.
Oh, this I disagree, because I'm not a huge JRPG fan.
Okay.
There's a few that really stand out, like Fire Emblem Awakening, if that counts. I love that game. I played it like a couple times. Original Final Fantasy VII, I really enjoyed. But I'm just not huge on turn-based combat. Like I love Pokemon, and I've tried like ROM hacks and everything. It just, I don't know why Pokemon's the only one that does it for me. But then you've got Western RPGs like, you know, Cyberpunk or The Witcher 3 or Fallout 3 in New Vegas. I really enjoy, and those are the ones I have the memories with. So like I guess I just don't have enough experience to say that one's vastly superior to the other. But you know, I do lock in sometimes. Like I want to play Expedition 33.
Oh, you have it?
It's not, no, because it
runs like garbage on Steam
I'm a
Deck,
performance stickler. I need like a consistent 30. I'll take 30 FPS all day long on my PS5 or anything.
Just needs to be locked.
As long as it's consistent, right? Yeah. Like I'm giving you 30 FPS, you give me an even frame rate.
Yeah. Very fair trade. Very fair trade.
Right. I'm not unreasonable.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're not asking for a lot here.
Oh man, I'm trying to think. I have no street cred when it comes to JRPGs. Honestly, I played Rainbow Moon back in the day on Vita, and that was fun. That was a grind. I don't play a lot of them.
But primarily Western.
Long. Oh,
they are long.
Persona 4. Persona 4 is awesome.
People love Persona. I've never beat a Persona.
That's the only one I've beaten. So we're in the same boat.
But that's like people love that. People love 4.
Yeah, if you're counting like, it's not really a JRPG, but if you're counting like the Souls games, then I agree. because I
I
love
don't count it. It's a
yeah,
Japanese role-playing game elements, action game element.
it's
I
a
don't know.
JARPG.
Yeah, see, yeah. The term RPG also gets thrown around for so many. Like some people are like Batman Arkham is an RPG because you can like upgrade stuff and then also you're role playing as Batman. It's like, but in every game you're role playing as
Yeah,
what are you talking? Then everything's an
like
RPG? What are you talking
Double O
about?
Seven's an RPG
Yeah,
now?
because I'm
Like,
James Bond. Like, what are you talking about?
yeah. No,
Don't,
I
yeah.
disagree with that.
Disagree. Big time disagree. I would still put JRPGs better because I think that like a lot of Western RPG sensibility comes from Bethesda games, and I think
Definitely.
that Bethesda sucks.
Yeah, at
Sucks.
this point,
Yeah.
I was
Like,
so disappointed with Starfield.
oh
I
my
was so
God.
disappointed, dude.
Imagine
I
taking
like I
years and
went through the
that's what you
grief.
do. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
of course.
I was like, "No, it's not that bad." And I was like, "No, it really is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
bad."
Yeah. You're lying to yourself for
Yeah.
that.
I put about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 hours in. I got to New Atlantis and it was like running like shit and there's like 10 NPCs. I was like, "I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm done." But yeah,
It,
Japanese games are cooking lately. Like not
oh yeah.
necessarily JRPGs, but like Capcom this year. I
Capcom.
mean,
Oh my God.
Oh, how did I forget this? One of my favorite games this year is Monster Hunter Stories 3, and that's one of the best open world games I've played in so long. It's awesome. So good.
Fast travel?
I don't use it. I fly
Oh
around
wow.
that the
Wow.
Ratha? Yeah,
Yeah,
the one that
totally.
sucks that they don't let you kick out of your party. I fly him around everywhere.
People love that game. That game I've almost bought that game like 65 times. I don't even like
So
Monster
good.
Hunter, but I'm like something about this is like all in me.
The gameplay loop of collecting eggs and restoring the different little areas so that you get hybrid monsters is like crack, dude.
Yeah,
It
is
is
it like
so good.
Pokemon?
Kinda, yeah. Like it's more rock, paper, scissors than Pokemon.
Okay.
Like you have to keep in your head. That's my one gripe with it. Like once you fight a monster, it should tell you their move set, I think. Cause like remembering all their moves kind of sucks. But like you're like, oh, they're gonna use a blue move, then red is the counter. So you have to remember that. And
Mm,
you can control your monster, they can auto fight. It's more about using the right moves than the right monsters.
okay.
So like if you've got one monster with like all green moves, you toss him in. Then when the enemy monster gets enraged, you switch to like the opposite color. So it's like
Oh,
more
cool.
like just color coded. But the story's really good. Story's
Yeah,
very
people do
mature.
say, yeah. Oh, oh, I didn't hear that, but I did hear that the story is very good. I'm
Yeah.
surprised. Monster Hunter I've tried to get into so many times and usually within like the first hour, I'm like, okay, this is like I like anime, but this is too
It's
anime.
excessive.
Yeah, like okay. I'm
I like the first one a lot. I had it like on PSP and I played it for an entire summer.
oh wow.
And then I got back into it with the Try on 3DS. And then I played World a lot. So I
Mm.
play sporadically throughout the series. Not World. Yeah, World.
Well,
What's
yeah.
the new one? Wilds.
Or
I didn't play
Wilds, yeah.
Wild because it runs
Which
bad.
runs bad, yeah. You need that 30 FPS.
Yeah.
Gameplay is the most important thing to a game's success.
Yes, I agree. Right? Because you have these games that blow up and do well for their story, like I guess Gone Home. That's one
Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
didn't like. It comes to mind though. Mixtape recently, right? Like
Uh,
that one you're buying for the story
yeah, that's not
because
for the gameplay.
there's no gameplay.
No.
But yeah, for the most part, for me at least, I want to play a game, right? Like I
Mhm.
play Gray Zone Warfare. There's no story in that. I'm playing it for the gameplay. Forza Horizon 6, the story is abysmal. I'm there for the gameplay. Souls games, I don't know what the story is, but I've played 300 or 400 hours of Elden Ring
Yeah.
at this point. And
Even like those friend swap games actually. It's like it's a goof, but the gameplay is with your friends is what carries it.
yeah, and yeah, with Destiny too, it got to a point where the story was just like actively making me groan and roll my eyes, but the gameplay was so good, like
Yeah.
pre-final shape. Like there's a really weird period where every seasonal story in Destiny 2 was like about someone being depressed or like someone fighting like with their friend and you're like mediating a fight or like being like, "Nah, buddy, it's okay." And it just kept doing that and I was like, "Oh my god, dude. Like these are supposed to be like superheroes. Like they can't die." And they're like, "I'm depressed." It's like, "Oh my." And play it like it's the first person shooter, like where you're fighting gods. Like can we
Yeah.
get back to that? And now it's dead. So
Yeah, now
we'll never do that. So like a bad story can be bad, but it never really made me stop playing a game, right?
Mhm.
Like if the story's bad and the gameplay's bad, I'm out. But if there's good gameplay, I'll just skip the cutscenes.
True, actually, yeah, that's true. Good gameplay will keep you in it long, whereas, yeah, like you said, if the game is not fun to play from the beginning, then it doesn't really matter how good the story is, because you'll just be like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
AAA games are terrified of taking risks.
Yes. 100%. Because what we just talked about, where you take a risk, it doesn't pan out, your studio's closed.
It costs too much money and it takes too much time. So how do you take a risk when there's like $300 million on the line?
Yeah, we used to get games where there'd be like one, like the Nemesis system, right? Like that was game
so
changing.
cool. So cool.
So sick. And like, the story was good. The gameplay was like Assassin's Creed. It was like good.
Yeah.
It wasn't amazing, but that Nemesis system gave it that little extra push to be like feel novel and new and really interesting. So yeah, we used to get games like that. Like Alien Isolation was another one where I played
Really
that
cool.
and I was like, this is cool and I want to see more of it. And I had to wait until Resident Evil 7
Yeah.
like years later to get a similar experience. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's spot on.
I think so too. I think it's just like, it just feels like they could, by making AAA games just slightly smaller, just a little bit smaller, and then you can
What's
afford
your like
yourself to risk.
perfect size AAA game?
I mean, it's like length. I honestly probably something like Resident Evil or like Pragmata, where it's like just a 12-hour solid gameplay loop. Doesn't even, not open world, linear, maybe a couple wider areas, whatever, but and a good story that just pushes you through it. Something like that, where it's like it doesn't need to cost $800 million. It doesn't need to like Pragmata was probably made for less and is a better game and a more fun game and looks better than Seros.
I haven't played Seros, but from what I've seen, I completely agree.
Did you play Returnal?
Yeah, I enjoyed Returnal.
Okay, so a lot of people say it's totally different. I'm not sure what they're smoking. It's basically Returnal, except instead of being like everything having a blue light to it, it has an orange light to it. Basically, and you get like more upgrades kind of thing. But it's basically the same.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of why I skipped it. And I'm on a podcast called The Nerd Nest now, and one of the guys on there, Carrie the Fox, was like, it really feels like a $50 game when you look at it.
100%.
It does.
Yeah.
I never thought of that until he said it. And I was like, that's what's weird about it. It should not be $70. So,
no.
yeah,
Especially coming from a
Pragmata's
PlayStation
awesome.
first party studio. It's like, what this should not be the output realistically. And then to go up against a game like Pragmata, where it's like, Pragmata is clearly doing everything right. And they're trying something, trying something new, try a completely new gameplay mechanic, and it makes it work. And it's like, why are we not just trying to do a little bit more stuff like this instead of trying to make everything like, we don't always need to have something on the quality of The Last of Us Part 2. Let's just tone it down a little bit and make something really, really Resident Evil Requiem. I don't think that cost $1 billion to make. Like, no,
because like content wise, it's really light.
Yeah.
Like, and Leon Must Die Forever mode is disappointing.
Oh, that, yeah.
But yeah, that's like, I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly like my perfect type of game. Like one I can get through in a couple weeks, where I got all the achievements in Resident Evil, and it took me 2 weeks, like 35 hours. And then my first playthrough was like 10.
Yeah.
And I explore everything. It could have been like 6 or 7 if I really, just wanted to get through it. But that was great. And then Pragmata, I like that you can go back with new abilities. So that took me about probably 12 hours to get through, and I 100%ed each little area. So that was great.
Yeah, exactly. Just a great experience that they for sure didn't spend a fortune. I mean, they spent a lot, but obviously not as much as like what we're expecting of AAA. And then they put it out. Well, actually, Pragmata, they didn't put. I was gonna say they put it out in less time. That one maybe not, but for a lot of other things, they do it. Some studios are capable. Capcom is very clearly capable of putting out a game every 3-ish years, easily, and it's excellent.
It's kind of like I'm playing right now. Obviously, I play a lot of old Resident Evils, but I'm playing Devil May Cry 3 right now. And you can see from that era, they're doing the same thing now. Like where you got, Resident Evil 2 and 3, you've got the like fixed camera, different areas with like enemies in them. Then they just do that with a different costume with Devil May Cry and change the combat up. And then Onimusha, same deal. That's exactly what they're doing right now. Without Devil May Cry, you just replace Pragmata with Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
It's like, they're very structurally similar between Resident Evil and Pragmata. Onimusha looks very structurally similar. So it's like, yeah, if you change the core gameplay up, you can use the skeleton that you built for those other games and people probably won't care.
Yeah. because it'll feel new. It's like a new coat of paint. You're changing up one element, one big gameplay element, and it feels like a totally new experience.
Yeah. The one you interact with the most, which is like how your
Yeah.
character moves and shoots and controls. So like, yeah,
Exactly.
I think they got it locked down.
They really got it locked down. More than it seems like right now, honestly, more than anybody, they got it locked down.
I agree. Like last year was one of those years I talk about this like where it felt like everyone was getting the games they wanted except me. And then this year is like every game is just appealing directly to me. Like, the two Capcom games,
So
Resident
good.
Evil, Monster Hunter, Pragmata. Then we get 007 that's like right up my alley because it's
Yep.
like Uncharted. Then we're getting Lego Batman, which I didn't even know I wanted. And then someone posted a video and was like, yo, this is a new Arkham. And I'm like, oh man. So it totally is.
Yeah.
It's like
Totally.
crazy year for games so far.
And yet there's still people who are like, games are dead, nothing to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Everything
get it.
sucks. It's like,
I
you
just
just
played
don't.
Replace too. That was
That was good.
okay.
It was visually really nice, but kind of, if you don't really care about the story, then everything in the first 2 hours, you can kind of just turn it off,
Yeah.
realistically.
I was like excited for it to end at chapter 6.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but wait. And you're like, oh no.
The Steam frame will save VR gaming.
I want to agree. I don't know. I just talked about this where it's like I see so many people excited for it and I'm excited for it. I'm going to buy it. But then you look at the gaming situation with VR and a lot of these like tentpole VR games like Moss 1 and 2 and Alien Rogue Incursion, they're all releasing flat modes
Yeah.
of their games.
Yeah.
So it's like clearly something's wrong, but maybe like the novelty of the Steam frame will get so many people to buy VR headsets that the audience kind of expands enough where these developers can make money. So in like a perfect world, yeah, it will say VR because if it does it, I think VR is kind of done.
Which really sucks though, right?
Yeah.
Like there's so much potential and so much cool stuff that can be achieved in VR, but it feels like they did it with Half-Life Alyx and then now what?
Mm-hmm.
So
I played the Batman Arkham game. It
oh, that
was
was cool.
excellent.
That was
Very
really
good. The Metro one was great. Half-Life, obviously.
Mm.
Boneworks. I have these
Oh, Boneworks
standout
is fun.
games, but like I feel like I played them all very close together. I didn't. I played them all so far apart. So like VR is this thing I pick up when there's a new game and then it goes back on the shelf.
Yeah.
So but the Steam frame, the cool thing about it is that you can play your Steam library on it, like floating in front of you. So you
Mhm.
do have a bigger library. It's like, how willing are people to put that on to play Hades 2 versus just booting up their Steam Deck? Like that's the
True.
question that needs to be answered. But people are excited for it.
And they're excited for it, but will they buy it?
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm waiting to see.
Yeah, because the
I'm
price
seeing if they put their
really
money where their mouth is. Yeah.
exactly. Exactly.
And that's going to be crazy because Meta was like heavily subsidizing the quest
Big
line. So
time.
now everyone's trained to expect like 300, 350, maybe 400 at the top end. And it's like, these are $700-800
Oh yeah.
headsets that they're selling at a huge loss. Like
Yeah.
Sony couldn't hack it with what, 650 or how much was the PSVR 2?
I think
450?
they launched at 450 and now it's like
Yeah.
250 or something like that.
And people were like, that's too expensive. But
Yeah.
that was a corded headset that
Yeah,
can
that's
only
true.
play games. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But a real reason to be excited for the frame is that it has an ARM chip and they converted SteamOS to ARM. So like all these Android
So
handhelds
much
are about to
potential.
get SteamOS. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. There's a lot of potential with it. I think because there's some like toolkit or something that a lot of people use to convert flat games into VR games, and they do it
Mhm.
pretty easily, it seems like, because those mods tend to come out quick.
Yeah.
It just seems like the Steam frame should have an ability where, kind of like where Moss and the Astrobot VR game, where your head is just the camera. If they could do
Okay.
that for more games, I think that would open up VR so much. Like, you could just play a third-person shooter, but your eyes are the camera. It seems much better than seeing a floating screen in space.
Yeah. Like the cool thing about Valve is like when the Steam Deck came out and you go on like YouTube and like see people requesting features, they'd be in SteamOS within a day. Like they watched what people were asking for. So people start asking for that. That might become a feature of SteamOS, which is cool. There I just saw a mod for Forza Horizon 6 where even if you don't have a VR headset and you have a webcam on your computer, it will like track your head
Oh,
with the
really?
character in first person driving. So you can play it as if you're in VR, but like just on your
Without
computer.
oh, wow, that's
Yeah.
actually really cool.
Yeah. It's like a mod of the VR mod.
Oh. Yeah, people do crazy stuff, man. They do it quick, and then game companies are like, "Sorry, it's impossible for us to fix this small bug." Like, come
Yeah.
on, dude.
Resident Evil 4's VR mod is awesome for PC because they only
Oh
released
yeah,
it on
on
PlayStation.
PlayStation. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really, I had to stop. As much as I love VR and I think horror games in VR also are incredible, those I can't, I always quit. I'm too scared. It's just too, yeah.
You gotta play the original Resident Evil 4 because it's so
That one
failing.
I got way
Yeah.
further in because it's like this.
Yeah.
It's still creepy, but because it looks bad, it's like okay, I'm more okay.
You
with
are
it.
the villain in that
Yeah.
game. In the VR one. Like you are so overpowered compared
Yeah.
to the enemies. It's hilarious. You're just like tapping them on the head
And
they're
everybody
like,
comes
"Oh."
at you like one
Yeah.
step an
They're
hour
like
practically.
the wind up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have so much room to
Yeah.
frick around.
That's it for the big questions.
Okay.
So now we'll do the lightning round.
Lightning round.
Resident Evil 5 is overhated.
Good take.
The Steam Deck wouldn't exist if the Switch wasn't successful.
Good take.
The Silent Hill and Resident Evil remakes are better than the originals.
Half good.
Really?
Half good take.
Okay,
Yeah,
that one I'll ask you to explain.
Okay, Silent Hill 2 Unreal Engine 5 for me. It's just like it has the vibe of like the Unreal Engine Mario to me a little bit. Just a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah, kind of, yeah. It's
And
true.
I play 2 every Halloween and I use the enhanced edition mod and it's fine. It's more than it didn't I'm like I'd rather play that. So that's how I know that it wasn't a great remake to me.
That's fair. That is fair. Because a lot of people are really like the remakes of Resident Evil and even Silent Hill. It's like they're like it's not even the same series. It's two totally different things. It's like I mean, kind of because like it's so much more modern, especially if like compared to Resident Evil 1. But it's like Resident Evil 2 remake is it's a more enjoyable experience.
Yeah, it's crazy if you go back to 2 how similar they are. Ironically, like if you played the 2 remake, you can get through 2 just fine. Like a lot of the stuff is in the same spots. The layout of the RPD is very similar. There's a few different things, but like, you know, for the most part, they did a faithful recreation of that world. So it's fine with me. I play both. Like I get in the mood for one, I play it. I get in the mood for the other, I play it. Silent Hill 2, I played once and I was like, cool, that was good. And then now I default to the original.
Okay. I love the remake.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I'm underselling how much I liked it. Like I really enjoyed playing it once.
Yeah, it's just like you have the original in your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also not the biggest Silent Hill fan, which is another.
Me too, actually. But I thought I loved Silent Hill F as well, actually, which a lot of people are like, that's not even a Silent Hill game.
I started it, was having a blast. I put it down, and then I never went back to it. So I should beat that.
Yeah,
as I paid for it.
Story's very good.
Dustin told me that too, so I trust him.
Yeah, it's really good. And it has like it has moments that you don't expect, and it like continues to do that actually throughout like the entire second half of the game. So yeah, I really recommend you going to that. I think you would really like it.
All right.
The PS6 doesn't need to come out for years. Let's say 2030.
That's a good take. Just like objectively speaking, we don't need it.
Yeah, it feels like it, right? It really does feel like, even though the PS5 came out 7 years ago or something now, it does kind of feel like we're only starting to get really into the PS5.
Yeah, I agree.
Like things just took too long to get, and even I do hear it a lot, even like listening to Dustin and stuff and listening to Sacred. It's like a lot of times they're like, does the PlayStation 6 need exclusives? Yeah. Yeah, it does.
They need exclusives that resonate with their audience.
Yeah. That's true. That's the big part. Yeah. Dead Space remake is a masterpiece.
Almost good take. Performance.
Do you like the original more?
No.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's such a faithful remake, and it improves some things. Like it starts at the level of the original Dead Space, and then improves from there. It's kind of like Resident Evil 2. Very similar.
Exactly. Yeah. I feel the exact same way.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll say it's good take.
Review scores are meaningless and in most cases harmful to a game's success.
Good take. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good take.
I think so too. And that's it. That wraps up the lightning round. So we're done.
This is a great format. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you doing this with me. Just want to give another shout out to Jimmy Champagne and Deck Ready for coming on. It was great to talk to him. It was a great conversation, and if you like watching, please subscribe because it would really help out my channel, and I would really, really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.